Hey guys, you probably expecting a beer opening intro, but that's not gonna happen today because today's video, well, I'm on the bike. I'm just in and out of the garage. 5 minutes quick update on the XV 500. Right, so on the last video, on the last episode of the XV 500 Cafe Racer build, the Virago build, I was creating a seat pan, a seat base foam, and delivered that to my upholstery guy to cover that in leather. And you're probably wondering how it turned out, yeah? Well, I'll tell you what, I've got it here with me, and money well spent. It cost me £70 exactly, which I think is fair price. But this is the reason I seek professional help with things like this. I mean, there's no way in hell I could achieve a finish like this, you know, way fucking, look at the stitches and everything. Okay, maybe it's not Rolls-Royce kind of, you know, quality, but I'm well happy with that. This is beautiful. There's no way in hell I'll be able to achieve anything like this without putting in hours and hours and hours of practice, learning that skill. That is a skill on its own, and obviously getting equipment and all that shit behind it, you know. So support local business as well. £70 for this, I think it's money well spent. What do you think, guys? Anyway, guys, I'm sorry, I keep sniffing it and keep touching it because it's very addictive smell of that new leather. You know, it's beautiful. Now I can see all the jokes coming down, you know, Mackie, the seat sniffer. But it's really, really lovely finish, you know. Before I sit my fast ass on it, I can just enjoy it. It's really quality piece of work. It's got leather all underneath as well, glued to the base. Some of you were asking how you gonna attach it. Well, the heavy duty glue, they all got that stuff. So that's protect the base all around the, and this stuff which goes over the petrol tank, none of that is visible. Anyway, guys, let me put it in the bike, take you outside, and we'll see what happens. So there we go, with the seat in place right now, the bike is ready. I've been doing little bits and bobs, adjustments that I needed to adjust. I knew they needed doing before I strip it completely down, tear it down, and now I am 100%, 99.9% happy with the bike. It runs smooth, it runs as it should do. It's everything mechanically on the bike, all the modifications that I've done to it, I'm happy with. There's nothing else I need to adjust. What's happening now? I need to strip it down, tear it down for paint, and now where the puzzle comes to play, let me explain you why. Right, so with all this in place, the paint and the tear down of the Virago will need to wait a few weeks, hopefully not too long. And the reason for that is I've got a VMAX, my Yamaha VMAX 1200 waiting outside for me to do some work for it. And I've got my European trip, the big trip, planned for, well, I think it's like 7 weeks from now on. So I need to get cracking, get going on this bike. You know, 7 weeks, less than 2 months time, I'll be out. And I'll need to make sure the bike is ready and up and running for that trip, because I want to do a few hundred miles within the UK. I don't want to just rebuild the bike and not knowing anything about it, just take it for a fucking unknown trip to Europe. I want to ride a few hundred miles in the UK on the home ground over here, so I know the bike is can be fully trusted, because you never know, issue may occur on the road, and it's the last thing you want to do. Just take bike you don't trust, you know, on the journey like this. And with that said, the Virago, if I strip it down, tear it down completely to pieces, I'll have pieces, bits of engine, wheels, this and that, and the frame everywhere in the garage, and it will take all the space and all my time to get it right. Hopefully the VMAX can be done within a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks time. You'll be back on the road, fingers crossed. And once that's back on the road, I can roll back the Virago over here and start tearing it down. There's no rush. I'm building this bike for myself mainly at the moment anyway. So there's no rush, there's no deadline. There is a deadline for VMAX, so we're gonna start on the VMAX very, very shortly. So there we go, guys. Virago mechanically, or the fabrication, that's completed. Waiting for the paint job, which, by the way, I know what the paint job is gonna be now. It's all in my head. Don't ask me. I'm not gonna tell you. You'll need to wait and see what's that gonna be. Nothing too over the top. I promise you that. You will be have a little bit of touch of my own, you know, imagination, but nothing over the top. I'm gonna keep it classy. I'll do my best anyway. And once again, apologies for no beer in this video, but I'm literally rode in to the garage on a bike, shot this video for you guys just to update you what's going on, and I need to be back on the road, so no beer for me for today. But there's a couple of cold ones waiting for me at home, I'm sure of that. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a beer, rock hard, and we'll see you very soon.